Hi nail friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this beautiful dip powder nail design using Revel nail and Azure Beauty dip powders. If you're new to my channel, I'm Cheraelsymone, bringing you the best tips and tricks for making your nails look beautiful and fabulously done at home. For more content just like this, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell so you won't miss any of my videos. The products I'll be using today are Azure Beauty Gold Dip Powder, Azure Beauty Pink Dip Powder, Pro Dip White Dip Powder, and Revel Nail Day of Revel Freebie and Vivian Clay. I've already applied my tips and buffed my nails, and now I'm just applying Cherael Sky Bond to dehydrate my nails. So now I'm just applying base and dipping it into clear dip powder. This is an optional step and it helps in building the nails, and it also acts as a protective layer for my natural nails. So I usually apply base to half of the nail and then dip it into clear dip powder. Then I apply base to the whole nail and then dip it into clear dip powder. And sometimes I just apply base to the whole nail and dip just one layer also. I'm using clear acrylic to build my nails because I can't use this to encapsulate nails. It isn't super clear, but it works great for building the nails. I also realized that the Vivian Clay isn't as clear as I thought either. It works better than the acrylic here, but it still isn't super clear. However, I don't believe there is a super clear dip powder. So, all of them have their issues, so you just have to pick whichever one works for you. So onto the pinky, I'm doing a color block with the Revel bluish gray freebie and Azure Beauty pink and gold. So I apply base to the whole nail and then I angle my finger into the dip powder to achieve the color block. I keep it in each color for 5 seconds and then remove and onto the other color. I did 3 layers, but I only showed 2. So this was my third attempt at this color block. I was in a funk for some reason because I was only making mistakes, but when I got into the groove, it went smoothly. The Revel color isn't really finely milled because I got a hard time getting a straight line. It was a little too fluffy for me. That's why you saw me rolling it, and that still didn't do anything for it. The color has some shimmer, but it isn't that noticeable when applied to the nail. It's gone when it's applied to the nail, but I must admit this nail design made me like this grayish blue a little. I really like this nail design because, as you guys know, I did another nail design using the silver dip powder with this color, and it didn't turn out too nice because I really didn't like it. So that's why I did it over just to see, just to see how it would work out, and it did well. So I'll link that in the cards for you guys to check out my other design. It's not bad, but Then I moved on to the index finger and I do the same, and I only show myself doing it twice. However, I did 3 layers, I believe. This was my second time attempting this design on this finger. Usually I get it on the first go, but this time I didn't. I figured that I would do these 2 first instead of going from the pinky to the ring finger because I wanted to get through the difficult ones first. So I did my nails at 2 a.m. Reason being was because this was day 5 of quarantine and all of a sudden my cable and internet provider, which are the same people, same company, decided to have issues with both. So all of a sudden at 7 o'clock I felt sleepy because I was so bored. Oh my goodness. So I thought I would have gotten up at 9 and do my nails, but I got up at 12:30 and just laid around, and then I realized I wasn't going to fall back asleep. So I decided to do my nails at 2 a.m. So I did them and then I filed them when I got up in the morning. This coronavirus is something else. I really hope they get a cure quickly because, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so sorry for Italy right now. I'm feeling sorry for everyone affected by this, and I really hope that, I pray and hope that they find a cure really soon. Hope they nip this in the bud super quick because it's so dangerous. Who would have thought this could have happened in anyone's lifetime? Nobody really thought this could have happened. I feel like if I'm in a movie, to tell you the truth, because this thing doesn't feel real still. Up to this day, it doesn't feel real. Now, onto the ring finger, I apply some Pro Dip White Dip powder into a container and then some of the Revel bluish gray, and I swirled it to get the marble effect. So then I set that aside, and now I'm placing the Revel blue into a container and also the Azure Beauty Gold into another container. So now I apply base to the whole nail. And then I lay my finger horizontally into the blue dip powder to get a straight line. It was difficult doing this and still trying to keep myself in the frame, but I think I did it. I'm sorry for any instances where I'm out of frame. So you just roll your finger in the powder and make sure the powder is straight in the container and roll it like that, if I'm making any sense. I don't feel I'm making any sense, so please watch it carefully. And y'all are visual learners, so I cannot explain anything for shit. I'm sorry. And then I did the same with the gold powder. So this is my second attempt at using this dip powder. The color isn't my favorite, but I wanted to give it another go because the first time I used the silver, which was a poor choice, especially with this dip powder. So the second time around, I like how the design looked, but I still don't like the dip powder. So I was trying to hurry so that the base didn't dry on me and the marble mixture fumbled out of my hand. It didn't fall, but the marble was messed up, so I just dipped my finger into it. I couldn't do anything at this point. Then I tried to place some more blue and white and mix it together to revive it a little, and then place base on the marble side only and lay my finger into it. So on the second layer, I laid my finger into the blue and gold, but for the marble, I dipped into clear powder because I didn't think it needed any more marble, or else it may have looked messy and not marbly enough, I was going to place marble on the middle finger as well, but I decided otherwise. The color isn't a pretty color, it's bland to say the least, and you have to do a lot to dress up the color, if that makes sense. But the hint of pink and the gold did wonders for the nail. And if you're getting value from this video, hit the like button down below and comment your thoughts on the design as well. Don't forget to subscribe to get beautiful tips and tricks for making your nails look beautiful and fabulously done at home. This was my first attempt at doing a vertical color block, and I must say I did well with the line. The line is straight, but it's not in the center, but that's okay. It's still nice. Honestly, This set turned out way better than the last one. I'm happy I did it over, and as I've said before, I like to do over nail designs to see if it was me or the dip powder's fault, and I'd like to say 80% was my fault and 20% was the dip powder's fault. The color isn't popping, but it was my fault. Now on the middle finger, I'm just doing a chevron French on the nail. Originally, I wanted to do the marble and the blue and the gold along with the pink, and that would have been a fail because when I saw that how the marble looked, I said, hell no. So I just used these colors. The nail bed pink is Kiara Sky Dark Pink with some diamond dust glitter mixed together. And I did 2 layers of that. Now onto the thumb, I just winged it because I did so much color blocking. I just went with the flow with this one and it looked nice, I must say. It was difficult doing color blocking with this dip powder. It's a very fluffy dip powder, so getting a straight line was kind of difficult sometimes. I had to keep dipping in an attempt to get a straight line sometimes. It's not a finely milled dip powder as other dip powders are that I have used. Besides that, the gold looked so good with this design. I loved it. So now I'm just encapsulating the nails with Revel Vivian Clay. I did 3 layers, but I only showed 1 layer. Then I applied activator and waited for it to harden, then began filing. So this is after filing and buffing. Now I'm going to be choosing the Model 1's gel top coat because I needed this shine. But if you wanted to choose the dip powder top coat, you would have to apply activator first and then apply 2 layers of dip powder top coat. But since I am using gel top coat, I also have to ensure that the nails are a little rough so that it has something to hold on to. I also cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. So when the nails cool down, I apply cuticle oil. So if you like this video, you're gonna want to check out my other videos on dip powder. So click the videos you see on the screen and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye guys!